Thanksgiving. What is Thanksgiving and why is it celebrated? Google on 3rd July 2024 wrote that Thanksgiving Day is annual national holiday in the United States and Canada, celebrating the harvest and other blessings of the past year. Americans generally believe that their Thanksgiving is modeled on a 1621 feast shared by the English colonists, pilgrims of Plymouth, and the Wampanoag people. Welcome to Donald Mafumani YouTube channel. This channel is about education, training, coaching, and mentoring for personal development and growth on will to do. This is Mamotsemoholo Gresencia Phungwayo, my grandfather, after whom my first name is derived. Sometimes people ask me why my surname is different from that of my grandfather. I believe my father was influenced by some other African practices where a child would assume as a surname the first name of their grandfather. Had my sister's principal at school not advised her that we should use one surname, which was that of our father, I would have been Mamotsemoholo. My father was a third-born child of my grandfather. His name was Ala Jack Mafumani. Mafumani was the first name of his grandfather, who was my grandfather's father. In my family tree, other relatives use the same name of my grandfather's first name, called Machama. A similar practice also exists in my wife's family tree. Others are called by the same name of Lesawana, others Seshupe, others Hlajwani, and others Peete. I've also heard of similar practices in other families elsewhere. The two ladies are my aunts, and next to them is myself. My aunts are my forebears from whom I have asked the path into my future. I have reason to thank them, especially Aunt Mamotsemoholo Gresencia Tibi, next to me, born on 5th June 1913 and passed away on 2 August 2018. She was born Makaliso Florina Phungwayo, the first child of my grandfather. She taught me how to extol my familial ancestors' praise and to respect elderly persons, not to raise my voice above theirs. In my custom and practice, it is said that a path is asked from those who have traveled before us, including my parents. The people I know very well in my family tree are my grandfather and my 2 grandmothers. My father was born of my grandfather's first wife. I learned wisdom, most especially from my grandfather, before I learned to be wise in life. I have reason to thank my grandfather. As naughty as I was as a boy, when my grandfather wanted to give me a hiding for the wrong I had done, he would politely and cunningly lure me close to him and ask me to help him with whatever task he would be doing at the time. For example, one day he asked me to help him use the kicker rope to tighten the hind legs of a cow which he was about to milk. As soon as I was close to him, he quickly caught me and held me so tightly I couldn't escape from his clutch. Oh boy, he used the same kicker rope as a tool to whip and teach me a lesson. Immediately after whipping me, he lulled me and set me down with him. He gave me a lecture about the reason why he felt so compelled to discipline me, and that the whipping didn't mean that he hated me, but that he loved me but didn't approve of the wrong I had done. Boy, after the lecture, I felt so sorry for the wrong I had done, and at the same time felt so deeply loved, especially after my grandfather told me that he was grooming me for the future when he would be no more. Mahatma Gandhi, an Indian lawyer, anti-colonial nationalist, and political ethicist who employed non-violent resistance to lead successful campaign for India's independence from British rule, says, open quote, "Hate the sin and not the sinner," end quote. For the love my grandfather showed me, Victor Hugo says, open quote, "Life's great happiness is to be convinced we are loved," close quote. For all of us, life is a long journey which begins with a single step to our vision, dream, or desire. My grandfather has helped me to lift that first step on my long journey to my vision, dream, or desire. Remember, Thanksgiving Day is an annual national holiday in the United States and Canada and is celebrated for the harvest and other blessings of the past year. However, for my Thanksgiving, I host ancestor veneration ceremony. I host ancestor veneration ceremony when I ask for what I desire from Almighty God. And I host ancestor veneration ceremony when I thank for what is given me. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 17, Jesus Christ said, open quote, "Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them," end quote. As for the ancestor veneration, I have answered that question in video numbers 51 and 52 respectively, or namely, why venerate ancestors and how to venerate ancestors. Lucius Seneca, a Stoic philosopher of ancient Rome, a statesman, dramatist, and in one work, satirist, says, open quote, "If a man knows not which port he sails, no wind is favorable," end quote. However, will to do is effort, willpower, and focus to reach out for a vision, dream, or desire. All videos on this channel are numbered to make it easy for you to follow. This one is number 55 in the series. You can also follow Donald Mafumani on LinkedIn platform. Before you go, please hit the will to do subscribe star or button below and be notified when a new video is published. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.